The Weather Channel TV app is keeping you ahead of the storm all hurricane season.
Our goal is to keep people safe.
Log in and experience local weather.
Man, that wind is getting strong.
Real-time radar, minute-to-minute coverage.
Waves are just crashing on the seashore.
Top stories in our on-demand library. Interactive live chats with experts. And landfall cams bringing you every angle of the storm. No one covers hurricane season like the Weather Channel TV app. Start your free trial and be prepared all season.
Welcome back into our continuing live coverage of Hurricane Helene. We are live in Valdosta, Georgia. By the way, Helene has made landfall officially, and the eye is now over Perry, Florida. We'll check in with meteorologist Chris Warren here in just a minute. Conditions have really deteriorated in the last 10 minutes. It's amazing how fast it is going downhill, because 2 hours ago, we barely had gusts over 20. Now we're gusting officially here in Valdosta, Georgia, to 49 miles per hour. Sustained winds are getting close to 30 miles per hour. And the next 1 to 2 hours is key timing. That's what we're expecting, the worst of the winds. I want to show you the extreme wind warning that has now been extended north into South Georgia. That includes Lowndes, Brooks, and Thomas County. So from Thomasville east into Boston, Georgia, Quitman, Georgia, and here into Valdosta, Georgia, we are going to get that core eye wall. And those are where you're going to have your winds easily over 80 to potentially 100 miles per hour. We could have mesovortices, minor tornadoes. You want to treat this like a tornado warning. And we are going to be bringing it to you live from downtown. We're going to actually relocate to a better position where there's less debris. I'm downtown. This is Patterson Street. It is essentially a ghost town. I'm looking down now. The winds, they're coming out of the east, all right? And you got huge oak trees, which are actually now starting to move. So these are crepe myrtles. Those are much smaller and are able to move around more volatilely here with the wind. But the bigger oaks here by the Lowndes County Courthouse, they're starting to sway a bit. Oak trees can handle a big wind load, and what happens is instead of the whole tree falling over, those large limbs, they just snap, all right? And that can crash through your house. There are many homes in this area and all across North Florida that are under these canopy of oaks and are beautiful, but it's a danger. And now if you don't feel comfortable where you are, get into a better part of your house or head to your neighbor's house if you can, if they have less trees, if you are, doubting your decision. There are 3 shelters open. It is too late to really get to them. We haven't seen anybody out here really, I would say about in 30 minutes or so. There is a mandatory curfew in effect for Lowndes County. It's interesting, we're about an hour from the beach, all right? People usually come to Valdosta to evacuate, and we're gonna be in that core of eye winds. In fact, some of the strongest winds could be measured here from Perry and a line up to Valdosta. And the thing that amazes me is this thing is hauling. It's moving to the north-northeast at 24 miles per hour, could even pick up even more speed, and will continue to work up I-75. We're talking hurricane warnings now in the south side of the Atlanta metro area. When was the last time that's happened? I don't know the exact date, but to have hurricane warnings that far north is unbelievable. And when Florida's done with this storm, Georgia's turn, all right? And this is going to be racing through overnight up to some of the larger cities in the southeast. The largest city in the southeast is Atlanta. This is the 6th largest city in the country that's going to be tested in ways that they haven't really been tested before. Yeah, we've had some isolated flood events. Yeah, we have some isolated severe weather events like tornadoes, but a widespread 60 to 80 mile per hour wind gust event in the Atlanta metro area with the rain that we've been dealing with is a big deal. And Helene, while it has caused massive devastation in Florida, and only sunrise will show the extreme scope of how bad the surge is, especially in the Tampa Bay area and what's going on here in the Nature Coast. Georgia could bear the brunt of this from a more widespread angle. It's unbelievable. All right, we want to check down about, we're 40 miles away from that eye wall, 40, 50 miles away. Chris Warren's in the eye. Chris, we are watching your shot, and it just amazes me at how quickly things have deteriorated. You're in the eye of Hurricane Helene. Talk to me about what's going on. What are you seeing? Is it clear at all? Are you able to see stars, or is it still kind of hazy? How's the winds?
It is calm. I mean, it's what's going on? Nothing. I mean, there's a little bit of a breeze in the trees, and you don't see anything overhead. So still with the clouds overhead, but Hurricane Helene making landfall. I'm here in Perry, about 10 miles to the southwest, I'm being told, and then east of the Etowah River. Is that right, the Etowah? 10 miles southwest of here is what I'm being told here in Perry. So again, it has made landfall, and we're in the eye, and still waiting now for the next side. And as the hurricane moves inland, and it's going to stay a hurricane for quite some time. And Chris Bruin, as it gets up to you in Valdosta, if you just get a fraction of what we got, it's going to be brutal. There's going to be a lot of trees down, I would imagine, and structural damage. It was wild seeing it for as long as we did. So again, Hurricane Helene making landfall. In the height of it, we were here in Perry. The winds were sustained at 55 with gusts up to 99 miles an hour, and that certainly can do some damage. So we're gonna, when it's safe in the morning, we're going to take a look at what has happened around here. I'll walk around the front here in just a little bit and assess the situation. Lights are out, and the storm is now beginning the next phase, moving on land as surge is still coming in as well. So stay with the Weather Channel as we continue tracking Hurricane Helene throughout the night.
This is what